stuck for me was about money. That was my big Mitzrayim. The fear that I wouldn't have, the fear that I'd run out, that after 6 months the savings I had were gone, the business wasn't going good, the other business wasn't going good. That was a lifetime of wasted worry, my God. If I could have a dime for every twinge I had, that's all you can do is sigh, right? We can't change a whole lot, not at this point. But I did change. So I came out of Mitzrayim a few years ago when it came to money. And suddenly, it seems sudden when it happened, I was okay now. Oh, 4 months from now, would I be? Not at this rate, but who cares? I'll find that out in 4 months. Right now, I'm here. What a revelation, what freedom coming out of Mitzrayim. So I thought about talking about that for me. The fact that there's supposedly only 2 things certain in life, which are death and taxes. And the good news is I only have 1 to worry about this year. Because I've had my accountant file for an extension. You got it. Talk about freedom on the other side of Mitzrayim. I'm in the gosh darn promised land already. Tax freedom day, God willing. Hey! And I am so grateful, I want to tell you, I do have enough money in the bank to get me, depends how much care I need from my lovely caregiver, Marie Moretska. Oh my God. This woman has entered my life as one of these last miracles. I think I did 1 interview for somebody to help take care of me when I thought I was going to need 24/7 care. A few weeks ago coming out of the hospital when they thought I was going to go boing, just ricochet straight from the hospital door straight into the ground. Didn't happen like that. And what I've appreciated for Marie, since I do want to share this, is somebody who can egolessly join in a household to serve. That means putting things back in the place I put them. Wow! Marie, if there's only one thing you ever do in life, that would be enough. That would be Diana. And she does so much. My God, I haven't had to clean a cat box for weeks. And if that's not a reason to fall in love with somebody. But a lot of you are praying. I'm sure you are. I felt prayers, been told about them, that maybe I'm wrong, maybe the docs are right, maybe I'll live more than a few more weeks, maybe it'll even extend for months. I don't know if it's possible. I don't pay attention to that. What a waste of time. It's like looking at the 10-day forecast. And I'm not going there anymore. Took the app off the phone. That's a lie. I didn't take the app off the phone. And I didn't take the phone out of my hand. It's always there. But some of you are praying that I'll live longer. I just want you to know that if you are a powerful prayer and your prayers get answered, and I do get 5 more months, I just want you to make some arrangements now for me and my pool table in your basement. Really, seriously. Thank you. So if your prayers are good and you have prayers for me to last a while, the pool table's 7 feet, and we can get it moved in there. I really don't need any other furniture. So thank you very much.
Hey, wait, Rosey.
Yeah, I forgot something, you guys. Not everything went to my will. I couldn't do this. Some things didn't get tagged from Costco.
Costco sponges, you can't go wrong.
There was no way I was ever going to go through all these sponges. On the left, yeah, left. If I have to buy more than these, I'll buy more of these. I'll share them with you. Here we go. We're almost there. There we go. Up. And this. Here we go. You're a dirty boy. Here we go. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Rose.
That's the stick for this stuff. Wow. 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 To die for. It has been so much fun. I wish you could get a sense for how much fun I'm having. But this has been it, not just the show. The fun has not I mean, there were some times during chemo that my body looked like it had been chewed on by rabid Doberman Pinscher. And it felt like it too. But it was just more material. It was great. Because it was the kind of parts of the body that had been chewed on by the Doberman Pinscher that made it really, really funny, which I don't want to talk about. Because it was traumatic. And I had to cover it up for a long time. It was strange. You can use your imagination. It was tough. But I felt, they talk in the Talmud about who is a rich man. A rich man is one who is happy, content with his lot, whatever he has. And when somebody said, why don't you, Doc said on the gastroenterologist who first told me what it was, and he gave me the read, he said, you know what? Why don't you do the things you've always wanted to do, but waited? And I said, oh, I think I'm doing them. And then I said, does that mean living to grow old? And he shook his head. I said, I'm fine now. I'm okay. I have all I need. Think of this. In hospice now, this is like going to an all-inclusive Mexican vacation like I had. It's not bad. Once a week, somebody comes in and massages me. That's not even friends, that's hospice. Once a week, somebody comes in and plays the harp for me for an hour and takes care of me like that. You return what Marie's doing over here. I'm having just it's been lovely. Free to be able to just get foot massages from friends when I'm not getting it from the hospice. And inviting people in my boudoir, in my bath, just to hang out and tell me stories and get to know people in ways I never got to know them before. And also, this is a cool part. I'm a foodaholic. My name is Alan. And I have not been sober. Not been sober. Period. And during this time, with guidance from Dawn especially, through the cutting edge of nutrition and exercise and fasting, I spent a good 8 months in food purgatory. The fasting was the easy part. 5 days, no eating, just water, tea. Yeah, I can do that on my head. But tell me to count 20 grams of carbohydrates. And did you know lettuce leaves have carbohydrates? Did you know? I could exhaust my carbohydrates in one salad? That's sick. And I couldn't eat protein either because it wasn't just the carbohydrates. So I'd be measuring 4 ounces of meat or something like that, or even bacon, so I get some calories from it. It was hell, guys. And to try to get all this fat, heavy cream in my coffee, and that was the way I was getting my calories. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'd eaten anything I could possibly eat. It was hell. And then, of course, the liver starts going out, and you can't give it fat. So I tried that for a while. This is in between the fasts. And then, oh man. So, as a kid, I was on the drinking man's diet. So I want to offer a new cookbook, a new paradigm, new diet for the terminal man. And basically, that means having Nutella as a prime ingredient of all recipes. I'm still perfecting it with the buffalo wings right now. Truly, you should try it. It really does go on top. Now, I've discovered something else that I've been free. That was my prayer. That was my wish. That was my bucket list, folks. That I still have an appetite at the end, and I can eat anything. And who the heck cares if I gain 2 pounds? I mean, really, come on. Come on. It's not going to make a difference. 4, 6, 10 pounds between 5 guys carrying my shroud. I'm not going to feel guilty about that. No way. So if I look a little flabby, you know, if that 8-pack dissolves into a 2.5-pack, that's okay too. But I felt rich. I felt rich now that I can eat everything. And that includes, dig this, you got to try it. Now you might not be a Costco fan, you might have this eye-rolling thing when I tell you that Kirkland vanilla ice cream is the best ice cream made in the world. Anybody raise their hand who knows that already? In fact, everybody look around and see the people who know that and trust them. Because it is the single best ice cream on the planet. Bar none. Costco Kirkland vanilla ice cream. Now, do you remember when you were a kid and you had creamsicles with the orange? Okay, well there's blood orange sorbet. Okay, you get a blood, when the cap, the already expensive $5.79 for a little pint. Because they have a cap that actually, you know, you can unscrew it. And you can reuse it for leftovers. It's really good for that Nutella recipe. I have several different Nutella boxes now that I mix in my recipes. The tomato sauce is a little bit weird. But it's still Nutella. Who cares? So eating this kind of diet has been just lovely. Mixing this blood orange, think about it now, with the best vanilla ice cream you've ever had, the creamiest. I kid you not. There's eggs in there. Oh man, try it. Don't carry your prejudice, okay? Your whole life is too damn short to carry that prejudice. And it's too damn short to worry that you can't eat it all. Okay? I went through that my whole life until now. Because the last time we bought a gallon of Costco vanilla ice cream in Montana, my wife and I had to throw it all out because we were going to kill each other. We were going to kill ourselves. It was over. It was over. We're foodaholics. So I beg you, don't use that excuse. Get it now. Get a lot of it now. Eat it all now. And I ask you to get into it. Even if you don't do it all the time. Maybe give yourself a once a week or once a month. Act like I'm dying. Really. In every which way. Now, you've got to remember the other part about that is, the one thing you don't want to go out as is a putz. Trust me, you have no time to make up for the screw-ups right now. It ain't gonna happen. So you're not gonna screw anything up if you do that once a month, okay? Like your diet, but I absolutely, and Costco has a double Nutellas, right? You can't buy just one of them. Where is my Nutella here? Right here. Where? Oh, here. Can I pass this around? Spoons? If you want to go get some spoons. Anybody's later, we'll share it later. I have another one back home. And that's going to go in a few hours.
You had to buy 2.
You have to buy 2. It's Costco. But that's not going to be my will. It's going to be eaten. I'm going to live until the damn Nutella is gone. We're ready for this. Tell you something about playing the cancer card. That means when you're in line and you get to say to somebody, do you mind if I pass you, please? Because I don't have the time. So it's an in-joke among the terminal. The fact is that what pissed me off recently, and I got to tell you the truth, it began realizing there's a minority group. There's a minority group in this country that's not getting our human rights, our full human rights. So, with all seriousness, I've started a new group, the American Association for the Terminally Ill. I want to tell you, boys and girls, gentlemen, old men, old ladies, young women, young men, when I went into the theater the other day, and I said, I'm 60 years old, can I get my senior discount? They said, sir, you have to be 62. I said, I'm never ever going to be 62. That's not fair. Solidarity forever. Not fair. Solidarity forever. Not for the short timers. Solidarity forever. The union makes us strong. terminal. There are some things you just don't feel right on the ear of the terminally ill. There was a friend of mine who was coming to help put the pool room together, and I had bought the rods, I bought the material, and she was going to do the window treatments. And then she comes in and ruins it all by saying, "It's curtains for you." Now you're in the right mood now. There you go. Selling real estate was okay as long as the guy was looking for rural property. It's when he said, "I want to buy the farm." You know, going on the checkout lane is fine, but don't talk about checking out. Okay? Yeah. Biting into a stale bagel, that's okay. Biting the dust, not okay. Yeah. Having a massage and being told to lay, belly down is fine. Just don't ask me to lay, belly up. Ooh. Stopping at the light is good. Being drawn to the light, not so good. Going to Mexico to catch some rays, that's good. Saying I'm going to a place, not so good. And basically, sending my defective iPad back to Apple is one thing, but don't tell me I'm sending it back to its maker. Yeah, right. And since it's Passover and the second plague is frogs, this year at least, please, no references to croaking. Thank you. I want to move into the most important part of this. I do believe, as you've heard me, talk about miracles, the real miracles. I haven't paid attention because I've been too busy living to think about miraculous cures or what might happen, what I might do. But I know there are miracles. I know it because of my moment-to-moment life, the awareness I have now of those miracles. That's the only thing that's changed, folks, is the awareness, I think. I was already aware of it before the diagnosis, and now I can't be unaware of it. And that's from every tickle, from every nose hair. It's all a miracle.
I can testify to that. I hang out with him a lot, and every meal he has is the best one he ever had.
And
Every nose hair, too.
Every nose hair. I've got really nice nose hairs, and I put Nutella on it. It's very good for shaving cream, too. Yeah, don't try it. I've remade my life, and my two kittens, Menashe and Ephraim, are miracles. And months ago, I know this might sound strange. I talked about moving a pool table into your house if you're praying hard for me. Your basement is fine, like I said. Doesn't have to go up to a higher floor, although it would be nice. I got a pool table 4 months ago because I was looking for a ping pong table. And I couldn't fit the ping pong table in my car. So I had to look to Sears to try to find a pool table. Couldn't get a pool table from them, but I bought one anyway. Because I was never going to be living with another woman. Instead, that master bedroom would have a pool table. And I got bar stools, and I got bar tables, and I made it into the most fancy, gorgeous pool room, just meticulously measured so we'd be able to play. And then the miracle of all the miracles, large and small, Peter became a friend of mine. I've been courting him for years, a little bit at a time. Outside, right out here, after he played on a Friday night. He was a busy guy because he took care of his 99-year-old mom, still does.
He just wants me for my music.
I just want him for his music and his pool cue, because as soon as he heard about that, he was
the real pool cue.
The real pool cue. He had a $150 graphite pool cue that he just asked me, "Do you mind if I leave it at your house?" I said, "Well, think about that." And then he left his guitar there, so he'd be totally self-sufficient whenever he came over. And I have a flute, so obviously he'd have everything he needed to play. But the miracle started out, I'll give you a mundane evening of miracles. I have a beautiful little Bluetooth boombox, and I have all the music I want from Spotify on my iPad. So we can have any music we want, and Peter is a master improviser, and I'm learning how to do it. And so we would play pool. We would trade the same graphite pool cue for the flute while he was jamming. And he'd miss, I'd get the cue, he'd get the flute, I'd miss, you get it. We were trading back and forth. But it got complicated because it's like juggling 3 balls, because we also have in Ashland the cat, the 8-month-old cat, who will run up your back leg to get on your back while you're shooting. We have a great photograph of Peter actually getting on it and shooting the shot, and we call it scratched.
They're very good kittens, though. They're very careful not to scratch.
Yeah, wonderful not to scratch. So that has been the miracle of life. And a few months ago, he played James Taylor. We had James Taylor on. And it was Shower the People You Love with Love. And Peter played with him, and I took the video and I sent it to people, and I knew that was our anthem. That was where we were going here. But there's more to that puts it all together. Because why did I get a pool table? Why was that important to me? You've heard about my son David playing the music. My son Noah and I played pool for 20 years. Well, not 20 years, all the time I was alive. And he was alive in Montana until he was about 12 years old. And we played for foot massages. My cuddly little boy. That pool table in Montana was a hearth, was the family table. Drew us together like none other. And suddenly I had the inspiration of Peter's son Stephen, for whom we honored, not for his death, but for how he lived. And he's been my inspiration. I want to thank Temple Emek Shalom for giving us the space. On Monday, I want to thank in advance the Oregon Shakespeare Festival for making available Carpenter Hall, so we do the show again. You're welcome. They'll probably be re-shtick. Same musicians, where we go wrong. And I want to thank the Camelot Theater, who's going to be hosting me, if I'm still alive. You can root on that, on May 12th. I want to thank my musicians, the incredible co-collaborators and co-creators here, harmonica Bob Miner, Peter, and Peter Oman, and Dawn, and Peter Springs, for the food you are placing in the mouths by donating here, by the help you're giving to the people who knock on these doors, the Havara and the temple, who need more than a hand out, but a hand up. Lavishly you came in here and you donated. Thank you. That's like feeding each other through a beautiful spoon, and we've all done that. Thank you for showering all the people you showered with love today and all days. And thank you for joining me here tonight.
Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Believe me when I say you got to shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if we only will.